Morning, I'm Raven Brownlee, the prevention specialist here on the Columbus Air Force Base, and we have...
I am the director, Vera Jordan.
Marvin Green, the analyst.
Marcus Smith, the coordinator.
Okay, cool. Welcome guys, and welcome you guys. So this morning we're going to talk about some things that directly impacts readiness, safety, and the mission, and that is alcohol use during the summer months. This isn't about shaming anyone, okay? So it's about protecting our airmen and our families, the installation in our community. When one person goes down, the whole mission feels it, okay? So, team, why summer is such a high risk season for alcohol?
Well, I think people, during that time, long weekends, TDYs, it's the season, peak season for PCS, and so I think those are some of the, notable things that people will actually probably increase their alcohol usage.
Most definitely. So all of that is great, but it also creates a condition where the alcohol-related incident spikes across the DOD or the DOW. So also heat, dehydration, water activities, driving, and fatigue all combine with alcohol to create preventable mishaps, which also impacts the unit readiness, manning, leave and schedule, training, pipelines, and family stability. You guys want to add on that?
I think that was a good list of things. But one of the things also to keep in mind is alcohol risk is starting to spike for children as well. So we have our children that are high school age and sometimes even elementary age that get their hands on alcohol, whether parents leave it around or whether they got an older friend to purchase it. We want to make sure that we tap into that as well.
Okay, cool. So, like we said, Mr. Green, why do you think summer is such a high-risk season for that?
Summer brings heat. Heat brings humidity, and people combine that with alcohol, so they tend to dehydrate a little quicker. Especially being here in Mississippi, the heat dehydrates here. That can create a dangerous, environment for you and your body. Which increases heat exhaustion, heat stroke, severe dehydration, confusion, dizziness. All of that is amped up when alcohol is introduced, along with the heat here in Mississippi.
Okay, cool. So Marcus, do you think heat exhaustion and intoxication kind of mimics each other?
Most definitely, I do. I think both of those mimic each other. Also, I think when some people mix heat and alcohol with their medications, and I think that is a big no.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and they can lead to those things Mr. Green just spit out. So yeah, we'll definitely be careful with that.
Okay.
No, there's nothing else I have to add to that. Just be mindful of who you're with, what you're drinking. You can hydrate off of water. I know some people love alcohol. You just got to drink in moderation and know who you're with and make sure you're doing it decently and in order. I mean, let's be honest, they do love alcohol, but this heat coupled with alcohol and other activities it can just lead. It's a recipe for disaster pretty much.
Most definitely. And so, like we were saying earlier, the activities, whether it's the pool, the lake, the Gulf Coast, down in Biloxi, alcohol is always involved when drowning incidents take place. And also, for military members, the risk increases because, alcohol slows your reaction time down. And it also reduces your coordination and impairs the ability to be aware that you're underwater, really. So, it's just all around bad. What you guys think about that?
So I think it's bad too. It's a couple of events or situations that took place that alcohol is related to those things on the news. And again, like I said, when you're talking about students and kids and families and alcohol, some people have that history of alcoholism in their family. So you got to be mindful and careful when it comes to that. Be on top of your children, have conversations with them about, the risk of alcohol and those things that take place. And as leaders, have those conversations with these new airmen and your leaders about the risk of alcohol and helping people to be able to be responsible drinkers. That's the important thing.
Well, definitely.
Yes, responsible drinkers, just like having that designated driver. If you're participating in water activities, have a designated sober swimmer, so that someone can react in a timely manner if something were to happen.
So we're also going to speak about driving in holiday weekends, just like this past weekend that just happened when we had the on base with the fireworks for the 4th, the 250th celebration for America. We all know more road trips, late night driving, holiday gatherings, long weekends, and fatigue after duty days. The summer, it happens during the summer, so we got to be aware of that as well. We already spoke about what alcohol increases your impaired judgment. You are slower to react to anything. It just slows down your reflexes all the way. You take more risk because when you take alcohol, you feel like you can do anything. You feel like Superman, right? So you also have poor, which leads to poor decision making. So if you drink, do not drink and drive.
Yep.
Always have a designated driver, okay? And if you're a host, collect the keys, take the keys, be aware of the people that you invite over, the surroundings, take care of them. Also, if you supervise, reinforce expectations like Ms. Vera said, like if you're over your squadron, talk to your squadron about drinking and driving, DUIs, and staying hydrated as well, okay?
So we're at that summertime where you're talking about safety and drinking as well, and those dog days of summer where you want to try to keep people out of trouble and keep them from drinking and make that, even if they're going to drink, just help them to drink responsibly. Talk to them about that. That's so important because, as you say, they lead to lost duty days when you're drinking, medical profiles, disciplinary actions, delay in training, increased workloads. So all of those negative things can happen when you don't talk to someone about the importance of drinking, safety, and making sure they are responsible when they're doing those things.
And also, alcohol doesn't just affect the drinker, it impacts the entire environment around. So just like we stated earlier, if you're an airman or even a civilian contractor on base, if you get in trouble or DUI or an accident due to alcohol, it does not just impact you, but everyone around you, and that's involved. Marcus, you want to give us some tips for the summer?
Well, absolutely. Like we said, the team said, don't drink and drive, the number one thing, because Mississippi does believe in checkpoints. So you don't want to risk your career or even your job as well, drinking and driving. But some safety tips, just hydrate. Remember to hydrate before you drink. Eat before you drink. Make sure you eat before you drink. Set a drink limit before you start. Choose a sober swimmer, choose a sober driver, and know the signs of heat exhaustion. And also, check on your wingmen, especially the quiet ones. Make sure they're in a good space and, what they have going on.
Okay. Ms. V, will you or Marvin leave us with a message for the people out there?
Summer is a time for connecting, having families. Your children are out of school. You got some parents who are teachers that are able to be with their children. And you also have your leaders and airmen that take leave to spend time with their family. You just want to talk about the awareness and protection, making sure they're prepared, making sure our wingmen are protected, because we want every wingman to come back when there's a holiday or when they have time off. We want them to come back rested and ready to go. We do not want them to be bogged down with DUIs, losing their career because of one bad mistake. So we want to make sure that we get a positive message to our leaders, to our airmen, to our wingmen, making sure that we take care of them. And if we take care of them, they can take care of their family, and everyone can have an amazing time this summer.
Okay, so the Integrated Primary Prevention Team would like to thank you for spending time with us, We would like you to share this message with your squadron, your flight, and your family. If there's a topic or another topic that you want us to cover, drop it in the comments, please. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay on mission. Thank you.
Until next time.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.